Hello, people of YouTube. This is Cullis here with a talk, with talk time. There's not going to be any opener for this one right now, but I do in fact want to talk about things. But right now, there's nothing really to talk about the battle decks because the three big channels and whoever else does the Kaijito videos, which I want to meet. Anyways. In Kaijito news, I heard that, Squeaky Breath, Bat Breath, he has 4,000 power, 4 cost, and he's darkness, and he cannot be attacked or blocked by creatures with 4 levels or less. That's his effect. I'm going to let that sink in a little bit, but it's a good card right now. I enjoy that card a lot. But Bone Blade, it's easy bait for Bone Blades, I get that. And Tornado Flame. And that other nature card, of course, it's all bait for the kill cards, but they have to kill that. They would just have to bring in Zagon if they don't have that. I think it'd be great in like a water, not water, but darkness and fire aggro, or with nature or something. Tommy was talking about that, but I saw it and I was just like, it seems like it'd be a really good idea. That's what I have to say about that card. Next, there's another card that I saw that I just thought it would go good in the deck. It's Alcadius. From the old game, he costs 600 power, untaps. Or no, wait, that's a completely different card. He's 12,000 power, evolution creature, and everyone can only use light spells, which was great back then, but for right now, he is good as a card by himself because he's 7 to cost, which is kind of big, but it's worth what he does. He's 6,000 power, and he untaps a 4,000 power, a 5 level or lower monster, which I think is pretty genius for light right now. I was getting excited because I heard on the live stream when Earth said that it was 6,000 power or less, 6 levels or lower and less, and I'm like, that's broken. Tetsurion, just all the things killing. But no, 5 levels or lower. I think that's a good thing with Squeaky Breath or whatever it is. He's a good combo with that, but he's also a good combo with all the things that are 5 lowers and less. And just extra shield broken, extra 2 shields broken No, there's no double breakers lower than 6,000. And there are no double breakers that are 5 levels or lower. But those are 2 cards that I think will be good. Like, I think Firelight aggro or Firelight darkness control would work. It'd be good, especially since Sparkster. I need to talk about that too. But I think those would be a good idea. Next on the list, I just said it out loud. It's Sparkster. I forget these names. I need to memorize them. But it's the new Holy Ah for all the Duel Masters. And it's kind of the same cost. Taps all creatures. Broken as hell card. I'm sure it's going to be limited or something. Possibrew. I would think they would. Because, it's kind of early if they limit things. So I'm not going to... No. I'm going to cut that out. What else? It's just a broken card. It's a broken card. So I'm definitely going to run that. Possibly do a fire. I'm going to try a Firelight aggro. Because there's also this one card. It's a Firebird. I think that's the first Firebird. I don't even know its name. I never played it. you just play it in the Kaijudo game online. You play against a guy who has Firelight, and I just like how it went, even though the guy didn't run it right since the AI and stuff. But I like how there's a 2-drop 1000 power, but he gives a creature plus 2000 power attacker for the turn. It just reaches over stuff right now. So I like that point, because right now power attacker is relevant. It should be relevant in many cases throughout the years of Kaijudo. If it goes 3 years, it should be relevant, but it turned out to not really be relevant in Duel Masters, so I don't know if it's going to hit off here either. It's just going to die down after a few sets, I guess. But right now, power attacker is relevant, so I think the plus 2000 to something that is like maybe 4000 power, like Squeaky or something, and just so it can hit over like a Revolver Fish, or maybe even bump with something. Oh wow, I didn't even think of that. It could bump. Squeaky could bump with like Tatsurion or another Alcadius or something. That's pretty insane. No, it's not insane, but it's a good combo, I think. So look out for it later. Light, Darkness, Fire, Control or something. It sounds like it would be deadly. Like, in not even the worst way. I know it doesn't have draw power without water, no draw power, but sometimes you don't need draw power when you get the mana. But I think you always do, but sometimes Tommy surprises me with his pickups on draws. If you build the deck right, you're gonna go far, I think. It is about the player all the time, but it is also about how you build the deck. So if you build the deck right, you could possibly get what you want. But yeah, that's it for that card. That was just went on more things and went into the Firebird. Okay. What else is there? Of course, Logic Scan. Let's talk about that, I guess. That's the one that I can think of on top of my head. Logic Scan. It's the new stream. Draw 2 cards. I'm gonna run 2 and forget its name. Shield Blast. Draw 2 cards. You know it. You run it. But right now, I think Logic Scan will take over somehow. But I know people are still gonna run the +2. The +1 off the Shield Blast card that costs 4. I know they're still gonna run at least 1, because it's a Shield Blast and it's a +1. You can't go wrong with that. That's what I have to say about that card. Next card. What else? Mighty Shouter, off the top of my head. Really like it more than Bloodmane. I know that Bloodmane, hear me out, Bloodmane is unblockable. But Mighty Shouter is so much removal right now. A lot of things that are good are less than 3. 3 or less, like Seneschal, Skeeter, Hunterfish, all the things. Except for all the 4 costs that are there. Those will stay, I know, and Revolver Fish. But the fact that you can just remove those small creatures that give you such pain, like Skullcutter. I didn't even think of that for a second, but Skullcutter, Dream Pirate, even the numbers go far. But in Essence Elf, it's just such a Mighty Shouter seems like it'd be really good right now. So if I had to run a Nature Beater, which will probably happen, I think I'm going to run Water, Nature, Darkness if I had to run Nature in anything. But either that or Nature, Fire, Water for like some aggro-y sort of bit. But yeah, that's what I have to say about Mighty Shouter. Mighty Shouter's good. What else is there? The new Tatsurion shit. The Unchained version is much, much better. I think I'd run that more than the one I already run right now. because I like Howitzer. It's a kill, and when he attacks, attack again. If you want to. If he wins a battle, if you want to, just attack again. That's a good effect. I like it. It's, if nobody knows, it's 7 cost, Tester Unchained, 6,000 power, and his effects are Double Breaker, Howitzer, and which I think Howitzer is the one when it hits the field, it destroys a 4,000 power, and the other effect is when it kills something, just untap it and attack again, if you want. But that's what I have to say about the new Tetsurion. Well, the other new one, not the one you put on the field. It can untap creatures. It doesn't even give the plus 1,000 power that I run in the deck with. My already rub-a-dub-dub deck. They were talking about a new burst shot. If anybody could tell me down in the comments or something about the new burst shot, if it does the same effect, 6 cost, and it's the red power spell, if that's exactly the same effect that it kills all 2,000 power or less, I really kind of like that a lot right now. It kills off Skullcutter, because I know I run Skullcutter, but I hate Skullcutter at the same time. I mean, people would, especially when you have your big guy out on the field, and you just look at Skullcutter and you're just like, why are you here? You're gonna kill him, and I need him to win the game. Well, you don't need him, but he is a very strong contender to win the game. But yeah, that's what I have to say about whatever I just talked about. But the new light cards coming in, I think will change the game a bit. Going into like a whole Civ, a new Civ, talking about that for a second, the whole new Civ coming in, that's going to change things. Light, water, darkness control is going to be a thing again, and it's going to be like make you cry tears. I know it's going to make me cry tears, because I'm going to look at it and I'm just going to be like, oh no, I'm going to lose. Because you got bounce, you got kill, you got tap. It's all you need. The bounce is good because, yeah, I don't know why people think bounce is so bad. I like bounce because it goes back to the hand and then they have to spend again. That's just me. I just see people and then they play it again, and then you have a whole nother turn to play what you want to play. It does give them an extra like hand, and they can put that down in the mana and summon something different, but I just enjoy bouncing and like for a winning kill, or possibly even for just to bounce and get a few shields in while they're still trying to set up and things. And then you summon a Tetsurion, or you summon big 6 cost 7,000 beater for Double Breaker, and then they cry, and they just spent the whole turn replaying some creature that they really wanted on the field. Or just to mess up with their whole synergy thing with like Essence Elf. That works, I think. Again, I do like that, and I think maybe no monos. I don't think anybody's gonna run mono. Are you gonna run mono? I hope you don't. I don't think there's gonna be a mono. Until maybe set 1 comes out, then there's not gonna be any mono. It's all 2 civs. And I think that's all the new cards I want to talk about, really. There's none that come to mind, none that I really saw that stuck out. The new Spiral Gate, which costs 4, you're not going to run, I'm not going to run. I could talk about the 4 cost, 1,000 power bounce, but the new Unicorn Fish, if you don't know it, it's some kind of fish right now. It's 4 cost, 1,000 power, and he bounces 1 creature on the field back to their opponent's hand. No shield blast, but I mean, he works, I think. If you play him right in the right deck, I think he works fine. but I don't have anything else to say about it really. No more cards to talk about from me. No more from the Dojo edition, at least. I just can't wait for the base set 1. I know Dojo edition is going to have some cards from the battle decks in there. Well, some of them, not the 2 super rares I know. But in the civs and the decks to watch out for and be alert for till base set 1 from tournaments. This one's gonna be right now civs. Civs. The new civ coming in, basically, really. Light is just gonna make things so much better, so much broken, but it's not broken, but so much better in the run with like fire. And with darkness and water, that's the most I can see it used in. Even though nature is supposed to get along more with light, I think light is gonna make things better all around. Probably make aggro decks better, make control better. It's pretty much it's gonna do. I know I'm gonna run fire, dark, light, and possibly set in some water. I'm going to try to keep with the 40 card. 40 cards is the least you can have, is what I heard from Tom. But I know 40 cards is the high, is like the least amount you can have. And I'm going to try to shoot for that, but I'm probably going to put in like a 7 card light water section just for the draw and stuff. But I know I'm going to run like a light, dark, and fire, because I like that combination of tap, death, and death. Anyway, talking about decks, because I have no other civs to talk about. If I had to talk about civs, I'd talk about water and dark, but you already know how good they are. But decks to look out for in these tournaments and things, and in these possible tournaments and things. Water Dark, of course, because it's got death and control and stuff. I can see why people would maybe run weenie stuff to throw people off, but throwing people off is really not the game right now. It's really about going in. And really, it's just about like trying. I think Water Dark control and stuff is one of the things to beat and one of the things to have. Another thing is the 3 civ functioners with water and dark. I think water, dark, fire, and water, dark, nature, because they both water, dark, with rub. Well, not rub anymore, but it's the thing is, it's got a lot of kill more than what nature would have in the thing, but nature provides more strength. Nature provides more strength. Fire provides more speedier actions and more kill. So it's a bit even on those two. You want to choose either one, and both of them are good. So I think feel free. I run both and all of the above because I like every deck that's out right now. Looking out for fire, nature, and water. Fire, nature, water is, it seems like it's such a good combo, and it is, like with all the power that you have in it. The thing that darkness has, it kills those things. But fire and nature just bring it back up. It really just seems so good. It's a good thing to watch out for, especially when you're running them control decks. You don't want to see these guys pulling off. If they run Sprout, I run it. And apparently people think it's fucking horrible, but I agree. It's at least set to 1, and you keep it in there, and you run 2 other bronze arms. That's what I do. I don't know about you, but I do that. What else? It's all the aggro in it. It's just a turn 2 Sprout and then a turn 3 bronze arm, and then look out, he's got he's got so much the next turn. He's at 6 mana, you're at 4. He's got so many options to do, and you're just sitting there like, well, I'm gonna play Fumes and discard a card. Well, I'm going to just draw a better card that'll let me draw more, and other things that involve it. That's why I like Water, Nature, and Fire. Because good aggro run. It's probably the best aggro to run, actually. Nature, Fire, Rush. I'm not sure if that'll get off. I hope it doesn't. I just don't like Rush. I don't know if it will. They've nerfed Rush down a bunch, I think. I don't know if they're going to add any more fast attacks besides Pyrofighter. But Rush isn't going to be as Rush because the new Pyrofighter that costs 4. If none of you know what the new Pyrofighter, the old Pyrofighter was 3 cost, 3,000, and he attacks, he has fast attack, and he attacked, and he went back to your hand. This new Pyrofighter has 5,000 power, 4 cost, and he does the exact same thing. He attacks, goes back to your hand. If he has Double Breaker, I think he does. If he does, then I think he's kind of broken. No, I think he's just really good right now. Revolver Fish also goes against that, but I don't know. You have many common missiles in Rush, so I wouldn't worry about it. Well, you only have 3 now. So I'm going to talk about that also real quick. Because, no, there's no more decks really to look out for. We're going to talk about Water, Nature. Nature Darkness, not a threat right now. So I really don't care much for it. I mean, mana, zone, and killing, but there's not much synergy involved with it. There's no drawing at all. So, I mean, you don't really have much hand advantage. You just have mana getting, and up to your Gigaron that you really want to play Gigaron, you can play Nature Darkness and get up to that if you really want to. I'll just play Deathlight a turn before and let you sit there and watch as I break all your shields next turn. Fire Dark is not a threat right now. Not right now. It could be, but it's not right now. I don't really see much threats in the other 2 civs. The other 2 civ deck. I think that's all the 2 civs I can actually mention. Or Water, Fire could work. You just don't have much reach. That's what I always seem to be. In Water, Fire, in like Duel Masters, I never seem to have much reach. I just have bouncing and some type of killing. So it's not like you have much reach. You're just trying to aggro at some people. So that's what I think of that. About decks. That's what I think about decks. This next one, I'm going to talk about the new rules a little bit. I know everybody's beating the death rules and how they like it, how they hate it, how it's just like, man, I don't get to run 4 Terror Pits. I think that's great limiting it. Especially on the Terror Pit. Side note, Terror Pit to 7 cost. Good job, Wizards. I think that's a good thing. But back to the point. The 3 cost, that's what I like about Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's what I've always said about Duel Masters. You know, I think it'd be much more challenging if everything was put to 3. I mean, of course people are going to run 3s of things, like important things, but they have that one less chance to draw that. They have that one less chance for it to be in the shield. And it hurts me also, but I mean, I'd rather have that even. It's really even now, to be honest. I mean, Shield Blaster is still relevant to the point where, like, if you have 3 in the deck, it's more possible to get up to that. But yeah, I like the 3 per card. I don't know how that's going to work in limiting, but I know it should work well. Also, okay, yeah. The whole mana thing, I don't care. It makes things easier to do. I honestly didn't have a problem with it in Duel Masters because I always had even ratios within civs, so I really don't care. It's going to be even now. It's just people are going to pay attention more, which is like, I wonder if they're gonna make like mana destruction cards, because then I would make a mana control deck and be like, you know what? You only have one fire mana. Let's get rid of that. You only have one dark. I don't like that. Let's throw it away. I just like that. So I think if they did that, I think that'd be pretty broken, and you'd actually have to think about your mana a little bit more. That's all I really think about it. It's not much to me. Only if they make mana destruction, that's only when I'm going to think about it more. But that's all for this video. I don't even know how long this video is, but this video is going up Friday, but I'm uploading it but I'm filming it Thursday. Because I'm so excited because finals are over for classes of the summer. So, yeah. Anybody who's watching this who's going to Gen Con, hopefully this gets watched in the other one. I'm going to Gen Con. If you are, then fun times. I want to play you. I want to talk to you more. Because I really want to get involved with the Kaijudo community a little bit more. So I might just like, stuff, comment on their videos, watch live streams, and shamelessly, no shameless. And no. Anyways, this is a Eternal Dueling channel signing, no. Anyways, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. If you do watch these videos, thanks. Leave a like, favorite stuff, and things. I don't really have any social links, so that's it right now. So I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.